Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me. Today we're going to be taking a look at the finished first wave of the Blokees wheels Batmobiles. I did say I'd get around to this at some point, so yeah, I know it's been a little while since the build video, but here I am. Better late than never, eh? So, let's just get straight into it, shall we? So, let's take a look at the Robert Pattinson Batmobile first. See the lovely detail in these rims. And you've got the nice rubber tyres. Excellent paint detail on the back. The engine's painted and you've got the brake lights as well. You can see the exhaust ports. So it looks from the front. Nice matte paint up on the top. And there's the underside. Wonderful. One thing I found a bit strange when building these was putting the tyres on, because it's a little bit hard to tell sometimes what way they're meant to go. So you can see here, for example, these ones are going leftwards and these are going towards the right. So it can be a little bit strange trying to get the right fit. You can see on the back here, it looks a bit off and it looks a bit different on the front. So yeah, just be aware of that and play around a little bit until you get a fit that works for you. Let's have a look at how these roll. Acceptable, not the best. They made a change from the Transformers Blokees wheels because those used plastic wheels, whereas these are using a rubber tyre. Let's look now at the Arkham Asylum Batmobile. Probably one of the ones I was most looking forward to, honestly. Got lovely glossy paint and lots of silver on him as well. Got the brake lights, very distinctive part of this design, I think. Something they carried over to the Arkham Knight Batmobile as well. One thing I don't like about this Batmobile is that the headlights aren't painted for whatever reason, although on the art on the box they kind of seem to be painted. I believe this has an opening piece. Yes, there we go. You have to get your nail in there. Now the cockpit is not big enough for the Blokees driver to fit in, if you were lucky enough to be able to get him from any of the other waves. That's how he rolls. And let's look now at the Burtonverse Batmobile. This is the one I showed off in my last video. So go ahead and watch that if you haven't already. This one has an opening piece, but it's very hard for me to get in there, so I don't know if I will be able to show it. I don't want to scratch up the paint, you see. Yeah, we'll just leave that, I think. And here we have the animated series Batmobile. A bit of a scratching there or something. Great silhouette on this one. If you didn't want to splash on the massive McFarlane one, well, this is a nice alternative, and it fits on your shelf. This one just flips up, I believe, when the other Burtonverse Batmobile was supposed to slide. This one just comes off. Oops. And just for how it rolls, I think it rolls the best so far. I think I showed you the 89 Batmobile. There we have that. This is my personal favourite, the White Knight Batmobile. The build process for this one was very unique and very fun. Yeah, these were kind of similar. This one, obviously, the design is entirely different. That it was its own unique process. So, like, the back section is its own thing, and then you add this part on, you add this part on, you add the wheels on separately. Yeah, a lot of fun. It's kind of giving Arkham Knight Batmobile. You see, this here is metal and the rest of it is plastic. It's looking like a McLaren F1 from the back. There you have that. As for the opening part, much easier to get into. Does still roll pretty good. And as for the one that I think people are probably least interested in, I don't really know where this one's from. I think it's maybe one of the old animated shows, perhaps. Very shiny, though. And yes, this here is removable. That's how that looks. You can see the nice turbine detail in there. Oh, I wonder, actually. Let's see if this works. Yeah, kind of does. Ha! Brilliant. I will just leave that in there then, I reckon. Oh, it doesn't roll so good. There we have that. So I did want to dig out a bunch of my Hot Wheels Batmobiles, but I think they are lost in the nether somewhere. I was able to source a couple though. So here we have the tumbler. Little bit of a size difference there. So you can see how they look scale-wise, very similar. And here we have a nice shiny gold Batmobile. Yeah, they scale quite nicely with Hot Wheels, as you can see. And just a couple of Batmobile adjacent cars. So yes, these are 1/64 scaled, and they do look good with other 1/64 scale diecast brands that you might own already. Hot Wheels, Matchbox, etc. And just because, let's have a look at this larger scale Hot Wheels Batmobile alongside these other Batmobiles. This is, well, doesn't say what scale that is, but there's the underside for you. And yeah, it does have an opening piece. Great Batmobile design, honestly. So yeah, there you have that. So this was just a quick look at the first wave of Blokees Wheels Batmobiles, all built up and looking spiffy. Hope you enjoyed this review, and let me know if there's anything else you'd like me to review. I did just build the Star Wars Champion class Mandalorian and Darth Vader. Having a lot of fun with them. Anyway, take care guys. Thanks for watching.